looking back and reflecting, like I made heaps of mistakes, and you know, I've had plenty of setbacks, but and yeah, it's like it feels terrible, you know, to let people, family or friends down and stuff. It's not easy to you know to let those things, you know, to just go by and not think about it. I think it was like something that I regret the most. It was like realizing that, you know, I wasn't doing that well. You know, I was going through a lot, and I was like, I was always had this like mindset where I was like, you know, I can handle it. Like I was, but without even like, you know, you probably didn't even know, but I was going through like depression, and like I had like, I think two of the biggest obstacles I faced this year was, yeah, depression and anxiety. And they're two things that I'd always had a grip on, and never ever wanted to let it affect me or show other people that I wasn't doing okay. So I bottled up so much of my emotions and these problems and stuff, and yeah, and that was my biggest regret. It was probably not speaking up about it earlier, or maybe seeking some help about it and talking to someone. And unfortunately, I went down on a different path, the wrong path, which was, you know, obviously it was really detrimental to my health and my, you know, my physical, mental well-being. Like I said, like I had like all these internal things which I didn't want to, you know, like display or show any weakness. So I unfortunately, you know, I started like trying to numb myself and suppress it with like, you know, going out or drinking or partying and stuff. And you know, and I didn't even see like that I was kind of like drifting down this wrong path and started spiraling. And then it got to a point where I just wasn't, you know, in control. Like I lost control of it all.
It's like a
And
bad spiral.
yeah, you know, I picked up some bad habits, and you know, and that resulted in me, you know, accidentally hurting myself. And you know, I was never like, I never intended to be hospitalised or have, you know, break my back and, you know, and mess up my arm and stuff. And that was the biggest wake up call for me. You know, it was when I woke up out of a coma, you know, 6 days, and I'm just like going like, what the heck happened to me? Like what's going on? Well, what have I done to myself? You know, that was just like, and I was just so ashamed and angry at myself, and had to really look into, you know, what was going on and reassess my life. And you know, and I apologise. I've got to apologise to, you know, all the fans and stuff and the friends, and just not being, you know, just disappearing and stuff. But at the same token, I had to just take a big step back from social life and, you know, work and stuff. And you know, and that's when I realised, you know, my family actually were really supportive. They came in, and it was my mum that was like recommended, hey, you know, would you consider, you know, going to like a rehabilitation or recovery centre to get the, you know, to get the help that you need to recover and stuff. And I was like, yeah. So, you know, I went through that at the middle of this year. That was really good. You know, I highly recommend anyone who's struggling with like, you know, who's struggling with any kind of, you know, mental health problems, or you know, or has any like problems with drugs or alcohol. Definitely, you know, if you're in a bad way, or you feel like there's nothing out, like go seek help, go to a recovery centre, you know, talk to those people, because after I come out of that, I was completely brand new again, like fresh mind and focused and driven and stuff. So yeah, that really helped a lot. And
The camera and say, give them one message, what would that be?
yeah, absolutely. I take off all my hats and everything. So I would just say, first of all, that I'm extremely grateful and appreciative of all of you who have followed my journey. Some of you have been, you know, behind me since day one for several years, and I want to express my gratitude to each of you who have reached out, and in times where I wasn't doing so well, and I was struggling, and you know, I apologize for my absence. And you know, there are a lot of people would reach out and they say, I know you probably never see this message, or you won't get back to me, whatever, but I want to leave you this note with you, or this message to you. And you know, I logged in and I saw a few of your messages, and that really does warm my heart. It does really encourage me. So thank you so much. I apologize again for not being there in my absence, and also I would like to you know, apologize that for some of, like, just for the last year, you know, that I wasn't really myself, that I was, and I must say that I was going through a lot at the time when I had my accidents and incidences. You know, and look, mental health is a real thing, and I want to let you know, if anyone else is out there that is going through stuff right now, that maybe you're struggling, or you're not, you know, you've lost someone, or someone in your family is sick, or whatever, you know, you're dealing with something. I want to let you know that you're not alone, and that, you know, I've been through that sort of situations before, and that you can always reach out and seek for help and talk to someone. That's what I needed to do. So again, thank you so much for all your love and your support, and I appreciate you know, you guys being behind me on this journey, and I look forward to reconnecting with you all in this new year. God bless, and yeah, see you in 2023.